now. Tokozani, peace and greetings, everyone. My name is Makosi Gogo Ateoganyezi, and I'm here today with the beautiful Makosi Nicole Brooks.
Hey, y'all.
Yes, the lovely instructor that we have teaching on creativity and spirituality. She is also the creator of Obia Opera, a popular play that has been taking the world by storm. And I am so proud of her working on Broadway and most recently welcoming new love into her life, getting married. So she's just growing up on me.
I
Getting
am.
grown.
We growing together, girl.
Yes. And so this is my Makosi sister that I am so happy to share with you, as her medicine is very potent. So please introduce yourself.
Oh, blessings. What's up, world? How are you? My name is Makosi Nicole Brooks. I'm just going to introduce myself as Makosi Ateo's sister, friend, love. And the reason why is I want to just hats off to you for pushing me. You are such an example in our community, and you have held me up. You are my Western sister Sangoma, as we are of two waters. And I am just so grateful to be journeying with you in this way, because I think our ministry as Sangomas in the West is very unique, very different. And you've pushed me to become a teacher. I've been very resistant of it because I've questioned so much during my journey to be like, ancestors, why did you do this? I'm not on, African soil. How are we supposed to integrate everything over here? And that's why I'm saying you've been such an example. So my journey, even though I began before you, because I know I initiated earlier than you, but you've been taking the work by storm. But I'm just so grateful that you have brought me on and said, I ain't leaving you. Come on now. You've been sitting down.
You know I can't leave you even if I wanted to, because your spirits would be like, so
I love
what's
you.
going on with your sister? I
love you. And then this is exactly what it is with the chorus, because people look, oh, we're the elders, we're the teachers. But what I'll say right off the bat, and I think I had said this at the end of last year's interview together, was after initiation, you're just beginning. And the journey is never done, ever. Actually, I was going to say until you transition, but then when you an ancestor, you still working.
That's a new initiation, yes.
Right? So I just want to say, as I'm humbled to be a teacher. So as a teacher, I'll say that the students that come on board are journeying with me. And I may be, a few steps ahead, and maybe not. Maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe you're here, but we're taking our experiences together. And I'm here just as a guide, to assist the journey. We're not here. I don't think any teacher is here to be like, I am the master and you are. No, because we're all still learning. And each group is very unique. So I may have a syllabus, I may have a whole outline of a course, but the energy of the group is what really dictates the direction, with the base that I have. And I believe it's the same for you too, right, Makosi?
Yeah, well, at least for my offering, and just in general, it's really based around the energy in the environment, what's going on within and around the people that I'll be working with, and that spirit has to move through. So you have to really just allow spirit to do what it does. We can do our best in creating the container and setting the intention, and then from there spirit takes over. And
you know what, I know you didn't know I was going to do this, because I just love that you're passing me the baton. What I mean by that is I'm after your cycle this time again, and I think it's a wonderful thing. So you, for me, set up the whole journey, right? And remind me of the name of yours.
My 6-week experience is the ancestors in my bones.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
And with the ancestors in my bones, you passed me the baton, where I have entitled my container, Creativity is Spirituality. And it really focuses on the throat chakra and really just allowing you to use your voice in a multitude of ways, right? And what I recognized from the inaugural year into now our second year is how important it is that we open that throat chakra immediately. You must call the ancestors with your voice. You must be able to speak your truth. You must be able to speak your questions, right? You must be able to do all those things and have no fear, but we need to open up the chakra. I will make people sing. I will make people holler. I will make people pronounce, because I was so humbled to see how necessary it is. We have to be the trumpet. Even if all you say is help, direction, see me. It is the basis of even, holla, calling. You know what I mean? In our tradition, it is so important. The voice is so important.
My codes. Well, in the beginning was the word, right? In the beginning was the word. So
okay.
That's the activator.
Thank you.
And that's where the true magic lies, in seeing the thing in your mind, right? The thing that you want to call
feeling
for,
it in the bones,
feeling it in your bones first, seeing it, and then speaking it out into the world.
There we go.
That's the magic.
I am humbled and blessed and highly favored to be tag teaming with you.
Indeed. Yeah, I think the way, I said this yesterday, we did the webinar yesterday for those that are interested in joining us for this round. But I said this yesterday, just the way that each of the gateways, each of the class series, how they build upon each other, it really supports the next, and so, yeah, the way that you're able to come after, and really set the stage and the tone, it was really beautiful to see the initiates last year find their voice. When they first came in, they were very unsure of themselves and unsure of their world, and just by really using their voice, that was where I started to see a major transformation shift. And now, honey, they out there using their voice and creating so many beautiful things. And it really started with finding the confidence with themselves to speak the things that they want, to speak the things that they want to see, and to create the life that they desire, that their ancestors have ordained and done the work to give them. So thank you so much. Thank you, Marcos. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your journey. You got into it briefly, but there's so much that a lot of people don't know or necessarily understand about Sangomas, let alone Sangomas in the West. And so if you're open to sharing just a little bit about, how you got into this tradition, and just the beauty of our tradition that we get to be ambassadors for and carry. I always love hearing your story.
Well, I would say now, what was it? 2007, 2008. I was spiritually dead. For those who know me well, but I'm happy to share here, I was a church girl, Seventh-day Adventist, ministry of music. Okay, I was a minister of music, and that is really my juge in any realm of spirituality. I understand how music and rhythm conjure spirit. Back then, I didn't know, but I knew that music, I was I was told I had to set the atmosphere and or change the atmosphere. And with music and with sound, it changes molecules. It can change your frame of mind. It could change your mood. So I understood that, but I got pregnant out of wedlock, and I was banished and very, very lost. And within that time of being lost and not knowing where to go, the ancestors had me find my spiritual mother, who at first, in a sister circle, just delving in and me really resonating with some of the things that she was saying, to then, fast forward to, by the way, you are a Twasa. And I'm like, huh, what's that?
Oh, that's such a great, by the way.
Yeah, you're initiate and you need to be doing this. And I'm like, and I had a lot of questions in the sense of, I'm an artist. What does that mean? I'm not here to be a healer. But throughout the journey, I learned that through the talents that were given to me and through me, because the ancestors work through me, that's the medicine, that is the healing. And I'll be honest, again, how I started off this whole live with you, or not live, this interview, is really, really finding my grounding being here in the West. Because I said, man, it'd be easy if I was on the mountain somewhere chanting, but I got a mortgage to pay. I got 2 kids. How do I do this? But the journey's been wonderful. And it includes meeting you, and includes meeting like-minded individuals, definitely found within the school. And I have to say, it's been amazing how the ancestors have commissioned me to do my work through the arts. And I am much more confident, especially after the inaugural year, to share that journey and to continue to share it, to really own who you are. And know that the ancestors know exactly who you are. And they've chosen you for your purpose, whatever that is, and that they will use your talents, but you have to ask for it. You have to speak it into existence. You have to sing it into existence. You gotta call on them. Call them up, tell them what you want. Call them up, you know what I'm saying? You have to call them. And I realized that is, I remember laughing at myself, even in church, because I knew I would be like, I am the cherubim and the seraphim. I cry holy. I'm the one, I have to sing everything that I do. I got to use my voice. That's the power. That's the medicine. Did I answer your question?
You did. And thank you. Thank you for sharing with us. Yeah, the road to becoming a Sangoma is very unique. And I always tell individuals who have the calling, who are just curious about this path, that whatever you are, whatever you have been, Alozi, the ancestors will magnify that and will use that. There's nothing in your experience that is a waste, right? There's no time that has been just for happenstance. Like, everything truly has a purpose and has been designed to position, anchor you to, the destination that has been ordained for you,
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's just really beautiful. And I think that, we have a definite honor and responsibility to be ambassadors for this tradition here in the West.
I have to. It saved my life.
I say the same thing. It's completely shaped and changed my life, and the person that I am now, who I was when I began, is just, I can't even say night and day. It's just completely different.
Yeah,
it's completely
absolutely
different. And it's really allowed me to step into just a certain level of leadership and authority and confidence, knowing that my spirits, my guides, my ancestors, they don't even just have my back, they are surrounding me. They
Oh,
are
absolutely.
surrounding me in all the ways.
Absolutely. Front, back, sides.
Listen, and my feet don't even have to touch the ground because I'm being carried.
I love it.
All I got to do is just rest in it and trust it, you know? So I love getting to spend time with you because I know that you really, really understand that piece, you know? And yeah, it's such an important piece. And so I'm grateful that we have, I get to have you be a part of this, and we share this medicine together.
You know what's hitting me right now is that is what the school is too. You are becoming a part of a family, a part of like-minded individuals, and you're able to grow. Because I think you can attest to this too. Doing it by yourself is like crazy. You're like you're going crazy. Sometimes you don't even know what's going on. So Makosi, thank you for gathering, creating a space, whether it's virtually or in person, where you're not alone, you're not going crazy. What you see is what you see, what you hear is what you hear, what you feel is what you feel. Understanding your intuition and that people are speaking. You're not crazy. And what our role is to stabilize and to be like, we're here. Because, you know, I'm grateful for all the experiences that I have. I'm very happy that through my training, I had Twassa sisters. So we were able to talk to like, what the hell is going on? Or I'm going crazy or what have you. So it's a journey having the elders with the students, but it's also the community, the students with the students with the teachers with the teachers, right? There's a space there to grow, and that you're not alone and that you're affirmed in who you are. And also, because what you've done as well is you've given a space not only for it to learn, but from different mediums. So it's like, well, maybe I'm resonating a bit more with the Lukumi. Am I saying
you said it right? Lukumi.
I said it right the first time. Don't doubt yourself. Speak it. Or whether it's Yoruba, or whether it's Mambo. I just think it's incredible because it's almost like these are the different languages that you can speak in spirit. And there's some that will be, a bit harder to learn at first, and some that you'll just take, like a fish to water. But you have an opportunity to taste it all. Taste and see that the Lord is good. See, the church is coming out to me now, but taste. And you'll also feel the pull to investigate even further.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's a great doorway into what is available for you, what your spirit has been calling. And I always say this because being children of two waters and the experience that our ancestors went through in crossing over these waters, it created something, through the pain, through the hardship, it created something magical about us. And we are so unique. And part of the reason why we feel like we want a little of this and a little of that is because we are a little of this and a little of that. And
yes, indeed.
In choosing one over the other, it causes us to feel like we're going crazy because there are ancestors that are then going to pull us because they're like, what about me? It's like I was saying that last night. You can't choose your left arm over your right. You need them both.
Indeed.
You need them both, and you need to understand how they both work, how they both function, so that you can be in optimal health and live the best life.
Yes.
That's for you.
Absolutely. And once we recognize that, and I think even that's what we have to say to our brothers and sisters who are from the continent and being like, well, who is you? And you know what? You're right. Because yes, we all walk with many, but our blood is mixed, our DNA is mixed. And our ancestors, sometimes one is more prominent than the other, and they're demanding their time and they're demanding what they know and work through us. And that's been very pinnacle for me to understand that you're right. I'm not 100% South African. I'm not that, but somewhere in my bloodline, I was called, and that ancestor demanded to be healed and to be elevated. Mm-hmm. And there are others now too. It's like, and it's like, it could be my Ghanaian or my Senegalese ancestors, my Haitian ancestors. There's so many, my Moor ancestor, right? Let alone then even looking at the different realms and looking at goddesses or gods or goddesses or the amazing masters who have walked this earth that may also
then be a part of who you are. Yes. Yeah.
So it's complicated, and yet it's not, because at the end of the day, you must follow the voice, the calling, the voice, the calling.
Yeah, I think, the African Mystery School and pretty much everything that I have been led to create has come from that place of my own need of wishing that when I was walking this path in my beginning stages, that there was something like this for me. Mm-hmm. I couldn't imagine who I would be if it was just presented, but I also understand the reason why I had to go on the journey that I did, so that I would be able to share priestesses like yourself, because you are someone, on my journey that I was led to, to find that support. So in that journey, it allowed me to create powerful relationships that are beyond lifetimes, that will go beyond this life, and now cultivate that to where we can share this medicine with others and come together with others. All of the priestesses that are instructing, these are my sisters.
Yes, and I
sit at y'all feet. Okay, I'm be at the class just like this. Like you said to do what? You said to figure it out. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
And I have to honor your ancestors, because you reached out to me, and I know you said I punked you. I didn't really punk you, but I look at where we are now. Mm-hmm. Look at where we are now. So I have to honor the foresight and the vision that your ancestors had given, because you were like, we gonna work together, girl. We're supposed to be together.
They showed this to me before I even knew what the assignment was. They had already given me the assignment, and I don't know if you didn't see yourself CC'd on the email.
No, I didn't.
I saw it. I
saw was like, who this woman? Papa, who this woman?
You were CC'd. I don't know.
I missed the memo.
I need you to go back and look, but you definitely.
But I did. That's why I'm here. Please know. That's why I'm here. I said, oh, oops. Hold on.
When the Makosi's get together, it gets like this.
Hold on. Let me go back to the paperwork.
Just know that the Makosi's, they cut up when they get together. This is just part of the process. So don't be overwhelmed. You can because these ancestors have go back many, many moons, and they get excited when they get
you
in the same space. Okay, so bear with us.
Bear with us, please, because I can't be serious. I can't be serious with you.
We're gonna get to all of the finer details. Okay, eventually we'll get there. But yes, though, this leads me to the next question about really enjoying the work that you do, right? Mm-hmm. And getting to have fun in it, and not having to be so rigid, and even thinking about the playfulness of spirit, and being creative, and how healing that is, because in a lot of times, in order to really step into that creative side, you have to allow yourself to go back into your childlike space.
Absolutely.
And just that alone is so healing there, of allowing yourself to play and be with spirit. So I wanted to
use your imagination. And you know what? You're absolutely correct, because that is the way you open up. I think as adults or whatever, we learn to hold, but children are very open and expressive. Mm-hmm. And it makes me laugh when people are like, oh, you don't look like a Sangoma or a spiritual person, because hello. Yes, we are those women, right? And at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, the people are like, you don't seem it because you're not always so serious. But I'm like, where is the joy? Where is the happiness? As you said, where is the playfulness? Now, there is a time for everything. There is a time where
Mm-hmm.
you definitely see me serious and I'm not missing a beat. And my ancestors come in and be like, it is so, it is so, it is so. But even on any spiritual journey, I always look for the joy. Because even when I was Adventist, I would be like, why are we so stiff? And why aren't we got to stand up? Aren't we happy people? Aren't we, isn't there joy in this path? Aren't we liberated? We
Yeah.
got a secret. We got the medicine. How do we not
Mm-hmm.
share this? I don't
You should be
understand.
joyful about that thing. Yeah.
Because there is joy in it. There's a lot of work, there's a lot of hard shadow work, as we call it, or any of those things, but there is joy as well. There is joy. There's a lot of tears, but there is joy. We have to
Yeah.
go back to it and
Yeah.
remember, because as you said, and as I said, I have never been the same since. I have never looked back. My life
Mm-hmm.
has completely transformed.
I agree and affirm that statement. Yeah, anyone that I know that has been able to encounter Sangoma medicine, they definitely are not the same. And coming to that space and allowing the ancestors, Omoya spirit, all of those energies to really work and move through them, you there's no doubt that you're going to be changed to begin to show up as you were meant to. and
Absolutely.
and I love that. Can you share with us what you love most about being a guide for this creative energy?
Uh-huh. What do I love most? I love the sharing. Remember, Makosi, I insisted that the classes be live. I need to engage directly, or my people do. My entourage has said we gotta insist live that people speak, right? We can't unfortunately, I say unfortunately for me, because sometimes it would be easier to pre-record, but we got to call them out sometimes and be, hello, can you speak? We need to hear you. Um, I love watching the transformation when people step in their own and they begin to speak and sing and declare who they are with such confidence, because we are reflections of each other. So when I see people really stand up and become who they're supposed to become, or at least take up the mantle to say, yes, I am here, the greatest honor and
Yeah.
privilege is to see transformation.
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
then
I
it's
think.
just like I feel the ancestors tapping my shoulders and saying, well done, my child, well done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because
I
it's not
think
for us to
that's been
keep
the
by
same.
ourselves. We're not supposed to keep the power to ourselves and say, okay, I got this, and let me go in my corner. We have to spread it. We have to share the love. We have to share the medicine, because it's not for us alone. It is not. It would be in vain if we just kept it to ourselves. And that's even in the Bible too, where where you have the talents and who did what with what, who had the 1 penny, who had the 10 pennies, who had the 5 pennies. The point is to multiply.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Yeah, that was what I was sharing yesterday. Is like the first layer of it is for you, but once you come into a certain level of your understanding, you become aware that this is beyond me, right?
Yes.
This is medicine for us all, for the world, and you drop your seed and it continues to spread in that way. People are being affected by the work that you did in opening up, the students' throat chakra. They're being affected by the truth that they're speaking, that they get to receive. So, and that's so powerful, because especially in this world, so many people don't know how to speak their truth. They're not able to, and just that alone is ancestral healing, because there are so many of our ancestors that weren't able to use their voice So being able to let out that cry, that scream, or whatever that sound is, it might not even be a word, but just that sound, that moan,
That's
you
right.
know, is the healing to move, you know.
Yeah.
Again, the beginning was the word, and there's so much energy in tone and frequency. And so, yeah, just that medicine is so powerful. And being able to witness it come out. So I just keep going back to the first day for the cohort when they when they came and realized like, oh, I'm gonna have to sing, like, but then seeing them actually, you know, rise up to the assignment and sing and even some added dance and move, like they went beyond what the assignment was because it began to move them.
Let me tell you something. By the end, I was like, the people were coming in makeup, okay? They were made
Honey,
up. They
transformed.
this is what I said transformation. I was like, well, hold on.
Who is this?
Okay. Hello.
What ancestor is this?
What are the what that thank you.
That we have unlocked.
Like I am showing up today? And I am showing out.
Mm-hmm.
People were putting I said, hold on. Oh, because they understood the assignment in the end. You can't be small.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot. And you must show up as your best self.
My cause.
Especially when you're calling on the name of the ancestors.
My cause.
It was wonderful. And it's going to be wonderful again.
It is. It's going to be so wonderful. I would like to ask you just to share, because I know you understand the importance of rites of passage and initiation. But what advice would you have for potential initiates thinking about making the choice to join the African Mystery School rites of passage? Because you know all of what's included in that. So what would you say to them?
Well, you know, I think if you're questioning, that means you need to come. Right? Because this is a place in which, as I shared before, you have many different rivers pouring into the same ocean. So you can test the waters. What I mean by test is you have the opportunity to be like, oh, that temperature feels good, or oh, it doesn't, and why, right? Each teacher, each guide is coming from a different perspective that you may resonate with more or less. But we all pour into the same ocean, which is spirit, right? So if you're not sure of your path, you need to come to school. If you're sure of the path, you need to come to the school. But more so if you're questioning, because then you're exposed to the many ways in which your ancestors can express themselves spiritually. And at the same time, going back to what you said, Makosi, it is also a process in which, like, each one is designed to go after this. So you're activating yourself in very I can't speak today. You know what I'm trying to say?
I do. Methodical.
But there's a method to the madness. So even though you're different, you're in different disciplines.
Yeah.
There's an undercurrent, a method in which that they're saying, okay, just like they're saying, you're going to feel the ancestors in your bones. Now we're going to access the voice. And I'm not going to go through all the other ones, but each one taps into something that needs to be activated in you. So even on just the body layer alone. So let's not deal with the disciplines. Each gateway that you go through is preparing you. So you're going to get spiritual and life skills, regardless of, even if you're like, yes, I'm a Sangoma, like, yes, I'm in the Kumi, yes, I need to study more about being a Mambo or what that process is. Yoruba. It goes beyond that. It's almost like the layman terms is that you're going to be transformed anyway through your body and through your mind. And then maybe you will, on this level here, it's just like, okay, let's see which ancestors resonate with what. And most likely it is all of them to some degree, but there may be something that pulls you stronger. They go like, ding, 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 ding. Got it. you wouldn't be able to get that kind of guidance-ship on your own. Because you know how I read a lot of books, I'm listening to a lot of things, and it's all in one right here. Search no more. Search no more. Because it doesn't stop after you go through this rites of passage. As I said, it's the beginning. But you have someone beside you. You have many beside you. It's better to journey in company, believe you me.
It is. Trust me. Trust me. There are some things that you have to go alone, but even in those moments when you have to go alone, it's good to come out of that space into the arms of community and support who can really hold you through that process of integrating whatever it is that you learned during that time while you were, in your isolation. It's very important to have the community witnessing you. I think that's some of the most potent medicine, is allowing ourselves to be seen, heard, and felt. I think that's very potent.
Yes.
Yeah. It's interesting that this year we have now about 7 instructors. And so I was just thinking about the different activations and how they actually are activating different energy centers within the person's being, in their body, in their physical, spiritual. Yeah. So you're definitely the throat activating.
Even though I can't speak today.
It's, but we listen.
Methodology is what I was trying to say before. I'm like,
it's totally fine. I told you, our ancestors, they get excited. And they're like, this is not our language anyway. So we're gonna do our best to work with it.
And you know what? Even in what I was saying, I can't speak right now. That in itself is an exercise, and you could smile and laugh and be like, okay, there's an excitement here. There's something that needs to be said. Ancestors are speaking all at the same time. I'm tripping over my damn tongue. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. As always, it is a pleasure to get to spend time and space with you.
Always.
I'm so excited for our students to get a chance to meet you. You will most likely be leading them into this new year. That's how we did it last year. So yeah, it's a powerful time to be using your voice as you're stepping into the new year and claiming what it is you want.
And it's not even, I remember we prepared the last time, and I guess it will fall in the same with winter solstice.
Yeah.
And
that too.
The longest night of the year. I think we were close to it. And I'm like, woo, come on.
Yeah.
You were. Coming from darkness into light, I was like, this is such a powerful time.
Yes.
Such a powerful time.
Yes, indeed. Well, for those of you that are considering and thinking about joining in African Mystery School, we welcome you. Please go to africanmysteryschool.com. The link will be somewhere in the comments of this video, and we look forward in seeing you on the other side. You all have a great rest of your day, and peace.
Bye, see you soon.
My cause.